What's up everyone, Electronic Search here, back another subscriber special. As you can see, I'm starting the video here in the living room. Now, this is going to be again something different that I'm going to be doing for a subscriber special. Basically going to be going around the house and counting how much computers slash laptops slash AIOs, all-in-ones, I actually own. Because I know it's somewhere around 20 plus, but how much for sure? So that's what I'm going to be doing for the second episode of the 1000 subscriber special. Eventually I'm going to do the same for TVs. As you can see, there's just 5 right here alone. But we're actually going to go counting, what's it called? There's my DirecTV dish on the floor. I know it's indoors right now. All the Christmas stuff is going out of the basement right now and getting set up, like the tree and all that stuff. So I just brought all of my satellite stuff outside, out of the basement as well, and eventually I'm going to bring it all outside. I already got the stand out there, but I'm not going to bring the dish out yet because the table's not set up yet, so yeah. But basically, again, I'm just going to be going around the house. Some of it is scattered, like see, like there's a gateway in that corner right there. I really hoard a lot of this stuff, a lot of computers and TVs. Well, it's mostly TVs. And yeah, that's basically the purpose of this video. I guess it's going to be interesting to find out how much I actually have. And yeah, again, it's some of them are in most of the rooms, some of them are scattered around the house. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. So the first room we could start is actually the living room here, which I already know is the gateway, which I just showed you. Now I'm gonna be showing all the model numbers and all that stuff, and maybe some kind of background information if I could remember, but maybe. So try not to hit one of these TVs here. And don't worry, I'm not scratching the floor because I actually put those fabric pads on the bottom of this one. So this is a gateway. Looks like it's a gateway DX4831-01E. And actually you can see all the specs of it right there. And yeah. This actually does not work. Now, most of these do work, some of them don't work. Some of them do work, but they are either the screen is cracked or they're missing parts. So I'm basically just going to be going around saying if it's working. I'm basically just going to show you the model number and say if it's working or not. Now some of these I might open them up. Like this one I don't think, yeah, it doesn't. So you can see what it looks like in there. I could go and close this back up. This side panel probably has a hard time getting back on. Probably shouldn't have opened it up. But no, it doesn't work, and it's missing parts of the RAM because I'm using the RAM from this thing on my 780. Yeah, I can't get that side panel back on right now, plus I'm one-handed. So yeah, as you can see, it's dusty. It's been rotting away in the corner of this room for some time. There's the cat back there. See right there. Hold on. I'm actually recording right-handed right now. Of course, the phone went into night mode. Probably should actually get some lighting in here. I'm not really trying to rush this video, but I do have not a lot of time, but at the same time, I'm not trying to rush, that type of thing. And by the way, I forgot iOS 18 actually added the feature that Android has had for a long time, aka pausing slash unpausing the video while it's being recorded. So yeah, there's this gateway. It would have come with Windows 7 and has a Core i3 530. So yeah, that's one. Again, it doesn't work. And yeah. Next, the next laptop we actually have in this room is right here. This is my main laptop, and it's a MacBook. Now it's not a mid 2012, even though you could see it's a unibody MacBook. This is actually a late 2011 MacBook Pro. And see, it has some dings and dents. I got this off of eBay for $100, and this is my main laptop that I use. And yeah, she put it on the couch here. Actually, wait, no, let me set it up on the desk, get these remotes off. forgot to mention this, but I'm not going to actually be powering all these up. So I'm just going to be opening them up. They're like laptops or whatever. As you could see, normal MacBook Pro, late 2011. It's charged. It's just shut down right now. I'm not going to be powering any of these up. But yeah, there's number 2. All right, next we could probably move on to the office, where there's a lot of stuff all over the place. So yeah. All right, here in the office, here's my main desktop computer. As you can see, it's a Dell, and I'm gonna get to it in a second, but see, I have a bunch of stuff over here. I actually have this gaming wheel for BeamNG. Now, this is a Dell Precision T3610. This is actually my new main personal desktop computer that I use. And I have the side panel slightly opened up so that way air can get out, because for some reason Dell didn't put a rear exhaust fan into these. So yeah. This replaced my Acer Aspire AIO, which is my old main personal computer. And I have a bunch of monitors. I'm not going to be including monitors because they're not technically computers. AIOs, I will, because they are technically computers, because the computer's basically just built into it. So yeah. Moving on into the corner of this desk, we have a Pentium 4 machine. It's a Sony, let me just read the model off the top here. It's a Sony VGC-RB34G. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, the Dell does work, obviously. This does also work, and it runs Vista. This has basically been a computer that, I've had on this channel for some time. If you look back on some old videos, you could see a lot of videos on this thing, as well as my first ever computer, which I only have the hard drive now too, because I sent it over to 3.0 in 2022, I think. This was my second main personal computer back then, like 2019 and all that. So yeah, and there's the monitor that goes with it. Let me show you the hard drive for my first ever computer real quick. And it's in the closet. And I think it's down there. Yup, it's right down there, if I could get the camera in there. It's a Hitachi Desk Star. And it's from my Dell Vostro 200, which is my first ever desktop that I've ever had. And yeah, that's in the closet. There's no more computers in there. Now moving on, right beside that, as you could tell, there's another compact. Actually, wow, this is the first compact. There's not another one. I think this is my only compact, actually. It's a compact CQ5210F. This is the second, or I don't know if you want to call it the second, but like the 5th computer in Office 2, which is dead now. There's no more Office 2, and most likely there never will be an Office 2 ever again. So this replaced the Dell Vostro laptop, the 3350, which is right beside me. I'm going to show you in a second. It's on top of 2 other laptops, and you can see all the specs right here of the compact. All that's info up there if you need it. The stand from Samsung Smart TV. And there's the front. It does work. It runs OEM, compact OEM Windows 7. It used to be on hard drive, which is still in here, but I actually got a SSD in it now, and that has regular Windows 7 themed to the compact OEM. So yeah, right beside that we have yet another desktop. And this is the Optiplex 780 by Dell. And there's the RAM, 8 gigs of RAM, 4 sticks of 8 gigs of RAM from that gateway that was downstairs. And yeah, it does work. Well, actually, I haven't powered it up in some time because currently the Precision is taking up all the space over here in the monitors for the 780, which are back there, are currently disconnected. Well, originally I was using them for the Precision, but then I got this LG monitor, which is widescreen and 1920 by 1080, and it is just way better than these Ultra Sharps. I will go back to the ultra sharps, but for my main actual monitor, especially for recording videos, 1920 by 1080. And that has to do with the aspect ratio of what's called on when I upload the videos to YouTube. Because originally on this computer, when I was filming the BeamNG videos, they were in 5x4. If you look down, scroll down, there's tons of BeamNG videos. I just recorded a lot of them and then posted a lot of them. I still have yet to post some. I don't know if I will or not because it's just kind of like the same thing. And it's just kind of just boring at this point. So yeah. Going back to the 780 here. Again, it does work. Now, this was actually sent to me by 3.0, and as you can see, it has a little bit of liquid damage, but it still works. There's just some juice spilled in it. It's rusting up there, but again, I think it still works. I don't know, I haven't powered it up in some time. Now, right below that, we have this. An unknown gaming PC. Now, I've had this on my channel. I actually have a series on this thing. And I basically got this from my neighbors when they moved out. And it's just been kind of known as the unknown gaming PC. With some kind of motherboard in it. I don't want to knock all this stuff off of it, especially this monitor. But see the side panel over there. This thing has its own series again. I think if you just search up unknown gaming PC series or whatever, electronic search, it should pop up with a couple of videos on this thing. They're really old though. But recently either the motherboard died or the power board died. The original stuff died in it, and it just basically stopped working. And I put my Asus motherboard in there. It's a TUF Z270, I think. If I remember correctly, but you could see it in that window. Here, let me turn the flash on. I don't know if that's going to help, though. Alright, got the flash on. Actually, yeah, it does kind of help. Oh, yeah, it helps way more. There you go. You could see what that looks like. And, yeah. Having a hard time getting this phone in between this file cabinet and this computer. Yeah, there's the OG CPU cooler in there, OG hard drive, and the power supply is not in there anymore. This is going to be actually, I think that might be the case name. If I remember correctly, I just printed it out and just taped it on there. So, yeah. And this was going to be my new main gaming PC, but I just kind of just gave up on it. And I have a couple of monitors back here, Ethernet cable, and some stuff at the office too. You can see the back of the compact here and the 780. So it's kind of the Sony there. But yeah, there's those monitors, but again, it's not about those monitors. Let me turn the flash off. Alright, now, going just a couple, feet away from that file cabinet over to this small little table next to this Dell monitor here, the CRT. We have some laptops. Yeah, that's not in the office. There's still way more stuff. There's actually 3 of them. 1, 2, and 3. Let me turn the light on real quick. It's actually way darker than I expected. Alright, I'm back. Here is the Optiplex. Not the Optiplex. The Dell Vostro 3350 that 3.0 sent to me. This used to be my main laptop until I accidentally dropped a piece of that desk straight onto the lid of this thing. You could actually see the point of impact underneath all this dust, though. Right there above the Dell logo. This thing was basically just on the floor and the piece of wood fell straight on the lid, completely obliterating the LCD screen on the bottom of this lid. And yeah, and the tab key keeps on falling out. Don't know if that's a switch problem or what, but yeah. It ran like the first or second version of Windows 10, I think. I don't remember. The hard drive got corrupted. I think the OS got corrupted eventually. Later on, obviously. And again, this used to be the main laptop in Office 2. with the cracked screen, it was basically just a desktop connected to a 40-inch Westinghouse, which is actually one of those 4 TVs that you saw in the corner of the living room at the start of the video. Those 4 TVs stacked right next to it by the gateway PC. So yeah, it has no hard drive in it right now and is just basically unemployed. It does work, but the screen is cracked. So yeah, moving on. Actually, there's the bottom of it. Yes, it does have the battery, just not the OEM charger. Next, we have this Asus laptop here. It does work. It does have a hard drive. Actually, the original hard drive in here is from that. And the original hard drive in this thing died. Actually, instead of working on this tiny table, why not actually just put this stuff here on the floor where it's way more space? This does work. Actually, this doesn't have any problem on it. There's just some damage onto it. And it is a touch screen. And it actually does, what's it called? This. So you could do that or tablet mode or whatever. Just the hinge has some problem. Has a couple of dings and dents on it. I actually, what's it called? Yeah, the table fell over with the table that used to hold the 780 downstairs in the living room. This laptop was basically leaned up against the table like this, and the table would have fell over that way, and this laptop basically landed on its own charger or something like that, which caused this dent, this massive dent. Trust me, when it doesn't look that big, but it's pretty deep. And guess where? Guess where this dent landed? Out of the entire laptop, it landed straight on the CPU pipe. Straight on the CPU pipe, as was the GPU pipe, because this actually has a NVIDIA GPU in it. It's a GeForce 840M, the Core i7 in there as well. 2nd gen, if I remember correctly. There's the model number. It's a Q551L. And it would have originally come with Windows 8. Right now it's running the first version of Windows 10, I think. But yeah, it still works fine. I don't think it caused major damage to the CPU pipe. There you go. You could see in the lighting, reflective lighting, it does not look good. But it still works. And yeah. Next, on the very bottom, we have yet another Asus. And this is a K52F, I think. Yeah. Basically, same story as the Vostro. Well, I mean, not the same story. I don't know where this came from. I just got it. And it basically just functions the same way as the Vostro. The screen is obliterated, but it still works as a normal computer. As you can see, I printed some things out right there. It has no hard drive in it right now. And the keyboard does not work. The trackpad does work, and the screen has water damage, because this thing was water damaged. Yet it still works, which is surprising. Flipping it over, yes, it is a K52F. No battery and no OEM charger. And that's basically those 3 laptops. And yeah, again, it does work. It's just the screen's cracked. Basically, same story as this. If you hook it up to an external monitor, though, it's fine. Now, I think that's finally it for the office. Here's my media center setup. As you can see, I got the old TV stand from the living room up here now. And yeah, that's it for the office. Moving on to a different room. So far that has been 10 computers, and we still have yet so much more to go. Moving on to the other room. Here in the corner of this room, we have an HP. It works, but the CPU fan has failed in it. Open it up here. There it is. And again, it does work. Just the CPU fan, it died in it. And what's it called? It basically just gets no use now. It's a Pavilion DV7 again by HP. And yeah, the battery is in it. I don't know where the battery is. No, I don't know where the battery went. It's somewhere around here, though. Oh, wait, no, the battery's still on it. There, you can see. So, yeah, that's that. Over on this desk, we have a Lenovo AIO. This is an Idea Center or Sentry. I don't know how to pronounce it. JBL speakers in it. Lenovo. It's running Windows 10 original OEM hard drive. Just reset. The model number of it is right back there. Could see all that information. It looks like it is, if I could get myself in here. I know it says it on here somewhere. Where's that model number? I'm sure you could probably see it on the camera, but I'm trying to see it over here. Could have sworn it said it. I mean, it has a Pentium G4400T, 1TB hard drive, 8 gigs of RAM, Windows 10 Home. Oh, here it is. It's a Lenovo Idea Center AIO 700-22 ISH. Finally, that took so much time to find, but there it is. Does work perfectly, actually, including the touch screen, and its OEM charging brick is somewhere down underneath there. There's the original brick. I know there's tons of stuff falling. There you go. So that's 12. Now moving on to my room. Alright, here in my room, we have a couple of computers as well, including some AIOs. Here on my desk, actually, we have my old main AIO main computer. Here, hold on. Alright, here we are. Here it is. This is basically my old main computer where I used to film a bunch of Minecraft videos. No longer use it anymore though. It's an Acer. It's an Aspire Z actually. Turn it around to get the model number in a second. It has an M.2 SSD in it actually. I upgraded, and a 7th gen Core i5. Get the camera right again. Phone went into night mode. Let me turn it around. Alright, turning it around here, as you can see in the reflective logo. It's an Aspire Z Z24-880 series. And I put all these labels over here, but all of them do technically make sense because this is running Windows 10. It has Dolby Audio built into it, and I put an M.2 SSD in it, which is one of the reasons why the back panel is so bulged out because of the heatsink. And I actually have the boxes to the stuff in there. It's got a 970 Evo Plus in there right now, and the heatsink box is somewhere on this desk, but oh, it's right here. This thermal grizzly thing. So yeah. And here's all the ports. It does work. Obviously, this is my old main computer. This is the computer I used to use before I got the Precision T3610. This thing is actually quite heavy. I'm trying to turn it around here with one hand with low clearance. And right beside that, we have its power supply, which is a 90-watt power supply, I think. Yeah, this thing is not that powerful. Right next to it is my old main laptop. It's another HP. This time it's an EliteBook 8460p. Now this is actually the second time this thing is in one of my subscriber specials. I actually made a video on this thing on my 500 subscriber special, episode 2, I think, where I basically just reviewed this laptop. And it's no longer being used. Well, I barely even use this thing in the first place, but it's still a very good computer. It has Windows 7 on it, not OEM. EliteBook. It does work. The screen's perfect on it. No issues except that wheel thing missing. The track point, I think, is what they are called. Fingerprint sensor, I think, does work. Just I don't have the software for it, as well as the touch the touchpad disconnect thing. See that little dot? I'm sure it works, it's just I don't have the software for it. These mouse click buttons work, the trackpad works, this is glass, and then these do also work. And no, it is not a foldable tablet type touchscreen thing, it's just a regular computer. Actually, this has quite a bit of dust on it. Putting it over here on the floor against an EliteBook 8460p, has the battery to it, and I actually do have a docking station for this thing. I've had a docking station for this thing. Actually, it's right here. It's right here. I've had this thing for a very long time, and when I originally got this thing, I noticed it has a little edge at the top right there, as you could see, and once I actually first got this, I flipped it over, and yeah, it had a dock connector. And I remember that edge because if you look over here on this diagram, you could see it also has a little edge up there. So yeah, I immediately rushed upstairs, dig this thing out of my room or wherever it was, and connected it up, and it does work. So finally have a use for this thing after it being rotting away for 5 years before I first actually got this EliteBook. Now we could open up the bottom panel, and yeah, that's how easy it is. And just like that, you have easy access to the RAM, hard drive, Bluetooth chip. I don't know what that's for. CPU/GPU, this doesn't have a GPU in it, but integrated chipset right here. Fan, and your Wi-Fi. Oh, also your disk drive right there. And it has 2 speakers in it. Put the back panel back on it. Hold on. Alright, got the back panel back on it, and it's locked. Pick this thing up and put it back over here. Now, right below this, we have a couple more computers. We have 2 of them, actually. A Sony Vaio laptop, which was replaced by the DV7, actually, and then underneath that is a Toshiba Windows XP computer. You could tell by the load of dust on top of these are not really all that used. Actually, write my channel name onto here. After I pick this thing up, move that over there. Don't think it's gonna fit. Oh, we could do it sideways instead. Let's see. Oh, that's good enough. You could barely make anything out. It's like a smiley face right there. But yeah. This, unfortunately, does not work. Now, the model number of this, actually, I keep forgetting to review the other numbers, I think. Not other numbers, computers. The Acer does work, the EliteBook does work fine again. Now, as you could see, this thing is quite beat up. It has a bunch of keys pulled off of it, which is by me, because my young self decided to pull all the keys off to it, and I lost all of them. So yeah, prints out this massive Windows 7 logo, attached a couple of Windows 7 stickers onto it. Has a Intel Centrino, not a Core Duo or whatever, but Centrino, and it's actually full HD. Have the official Sony stuff, which I do have the power adapter to it. It's powering up my LG monitor right now, though, until I get a OEM power adapter. Actually, not OEM, but off-brand replacement power adapter for that monitor. But yeah, screen does work. I think it just does not power up because it's dead. The motherboard is completely just hit the bucket on it. It's actually a common problem on this model, which actually I think it should say it on the lid. I don't even know. I swear it said the model number somewhere in the inside of this thing. Huh, apparently not. Well, I guess we could flip it over. And here it is. It's a Sony Vaio PCG-8Z2L. Again, I don't know if I misread anything. Its model is PCG-8Z2L. And yes, those are the hard drives from it. One of them is clicking, one of them might be dead. No, it's not the hard drive that's the problem. The entire computer, the entire motherboard has, again, just completely died in it. And again, those are its original drives. Now, underneath that, we have this heavy Toshiba. As you can see, this used to be in Target too. Opening it up, it's a Windows XP machine, as you could tell. I printed these out, put them on there. That's over there. And I don't remember where I got this. Oh, wait, yeah, I got this from the trash. Actually, it's a Toshiba satellite. So, yeah, you could see that. Harman Kardon speakers. Now, same thing with this one, similar to that. The motherboard has, again, hit the air, and, yeah. I was going to get a replacement motherboard for these, but these run way too hot, apparently. There's the LCD. I don't think it's cracked. It doesn't have a camera. What's it called? I was going to get a replacement one of these for... And once again, real quick, I know I keep on interrupting the different sentences, but this has been on my channel for a long time. I actually don't know why this is not ejecting. Oh, it's locked. I think it's locked. It's unlocked now. Might be jammed, or you might just have to hold it. I don't know, you could see it has a battery tag on it from 07. Don't know if this is a replacement battery or not, or it's just some random Best Buy sticker sticked onto it. That's how it was originally. And yeah. Like I said, I was trying to get a replacement motherboard for one of these a long time ago, but these run way too hot. It'd probably just die again. I do not know. Half the stickers that are peeled onto this thing, or not peeled on, but stuck onto it, originally were there, but all the OEM labels were peeled off of it, so I printed some out a long time ago, stuck them back on there. This is from Target 2. This is from Target 2. These are from Target 2 that I don't know. It's been there. And basically all the stuff on the bottom has been there. And they basically just sit on top of this Thomas thing. Hold on, I'm trying to get this back onto there. Trying to get these back on right away so that way I don't have to do all this stuff off camera. Put the drive back on there. And there it is. Let me show you the power adapter from the Sony real quick. Back in the office, there's the Sony Vaio power supply powering up this monitor. So yeah. Alright, well that was 16. Now it's time to move on to the basement and finish it up. Now, I actually thought there was going to be way more than that. I thought there was like 20. But apparently there isn't. Actually, there's way less than I thought. Let's go into the wall too. Now, there's not much in the wall too. There's really just a Chromebook, and I think that might be everything. So moving some stuff out of the way. We have a Samsung Chromebook over here with a bunch of stuff on it. Bunch of wall-to stuff. And obviously, like everything else, it's extremely dusty. This does work. It's just the hinge died in it. As you could see, it's not that great. But it was sent to me by 3.0. It's a 2011 Samsung Chromebook, basically. Yeah, I quickly looked over the wall. There's nothing else. And that's 17. I'm not sure that's everything. I think that might actually be everything. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I looked over everything. And the final number is 17. That's the final number. Well, excluding one laptop because it's not technically mine, which is this MSI gaming computer. There's just 17. I thought there's way more than that. I don't know what happened to the 20 plus or whatever I counted, but now I guess I could officially say I have 17 computers or slash laptops, whatever. So yeah, let me go back upstairs. And we're back at the start. So yeah, that wraps it up, and here you go. I have 17 computers, and here's those 4 TVs. There's that Westinghouse right there that I mentioned back before. Actually, I brought the Bravia back down here. Remember from 2022, I made a video on this thing. Unfortunately, it's done. It basically just stopped working, and probably the power board or LCD or whatever has just completely just gone. So yeah, it's dead now. And yeah, so it's not great, but there it is. Now for the TV, let's call it for the TV section or episode, which is episode 3, which I'm probably gonna end up recording tomorrow because it's 10 now. Or man, sleeve keeps on rolling up. It's 10:19 right now. I probably won't end up doing it today, especially I gotta get this video edited, uploaded, all that stuff done. So yeah, but I could guarantee there's definitely gonna be way more TVs than computers because this stuff is actually overflowing. There's a reason why these are upstairs and not in the basement or somewhere else. They're in the garage. There's literally a TV in every single room. Every single room has at least one TV. Okay, well, except one room, or basically, yeah, just one room. Every other room has a TV in it. I'm not even joking. There's way too much of these TVs. So yeah, I think the number might be somewhere up in the 30s. I don't know. That's my guess. I think I actually counted one of them one time, like a long time ago. I think it was somewhere up in the 30s or something like that. But yeah, that's not the only 4 right there. There's still, I don't even know how much there is in the basement. There's a lot. There's a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later. If you were wondering what the number is as of 2024, or at least as of November 2024, but I probably won't gain any computers till the end of this year, so there it is. It's 17. Thanks for watching. See you guys later, and goodbye. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers special. Again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Even though I have like 1.2 or 1.3 now, K. But yeah, this is episode 2, episode 3, which is going to be the TV part of this, and not laptop / desktop computer part. Man, my voice is going out. Yeah, goodbye.